Good evening. Welcome to the latest edition of the Storm Report Live. We are presented by the pharmacy in Bennington and Manchester, JC Tractor, and the Bennington Rescue Squad. Tonight's guest is Marquis Caulton, and just want to welcome you and thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So let's get right into it. First of all, where did you grow up?
I was born and raised in Springfield, Mass. I've been in Mass all my life.
Now, what age did you begin playing football?
I started playing football at the age of 8 for the 5A South Hawkeyes here in Springfield.
Mm-hmm.
My dad decided to take me out of it because I was an end of a basketball player. So he was like, yeah, we need to get you playing some more contact sport.
Yeah.
I was too physical.
Mm-hmm. No, it's funny. I remember. I mean, you're definitely a much better player than I ever was. But I remember when I first started playing sports with soccer, I'm like, no, this isn't for me. Need a little bit more of a physical, brand of sport, so to speak. When you first started playing, what was the first position that you played?
I was actually a tight end when I first started playing football. For my team, I went both ways. So I played outside linebacker and tight end.
Mm-hmm. Now, if I remember right, looking through some of your old information, did you play running back at some point too?
Well, I was like a running back, fullback hybrid. I was mainly the blocking back for a lot of our run plays. So.
Mm-hmm. Now, for you, where did the interest of playing football? Where did that come from?
Like I said, my dad got me into it, and once I played, I just loved it, and I've continued playing, and I'm still trying to play as much as possible until.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah, until my body says I can't.
Yeah, you're a young guy yet. How old are you? If you don't mind me asking.
I'll be 27 this October.
Now you got a good solid, 10 years in you, I think, as long as you want to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What high school did you play football
at? Springfield Central High School.
Springfield.
Yeah.
Now, once your high school career was wrapped up, did you have hopes of playing after high school?
Yeah, I first went and played at American International College in Springfield.
Mm-hmm.
I played 2 seasons there. I redshirted my freshman year, and then I didn't see the field that much my sophomore year because we had a stud at tight end, and he played tight end / fullback too. And then I went off to take some time off, and I went and played at Fitchburg State, where I played middle linebacker and a little D end as well.
Mm-hmm. Now, how'd you get over to Framingham? How'd that all kind of play out? Just kind of like a walk-on kind of deal, or were they recruiting you?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, at AIC, I was getting recruited my senior year to play like their B-back / fullback position, and then it was working out a little bit, and then I had to take some time off because the school was so expensive. So then once I was able to pay it off, I transferred to Fitchburg State, where it's a D3 school, and like I just wanted to play, and they accepted me with open arms when I was playing there.
So it sounds like that was a pretty good experience for you then.
Yeah, it was. I already seen so many positions on the field when I was there.
Yep.
I played center at one point in time during our camp, and I would never play O-line ever again in my life.
Yep.
And I played like tight end / B back there and a little bit of running back. And then I played D-line as well as a D-end. It was fun.
No, it's interesting. Yeah, no, that's cool stuff. I mean, that kind of speaks to their confidence in you and your abilities and being able to be, have it between the ears as far as knowing what your responsibilities are, no matter where you're playing. So I would take that as a compliment. That's pretty good stuff. When you look back at it, what's the biggest difference in your opinion in between high school football and college football?
I say speed and like size. Like I'm not really the biggest. I'm only 5'8", but a lot of like their tackles and everything were at least like 6'4". Especially when I was at Yeah, I see it and everything, and like their D
Hmm.
tackles, like their DNs were like 6'4", 6'5", and
Yeah.
then when I was playing D end at Fitchburg State, same. Their offensive tackles were at least like 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like,
Yeah.
I had a lot to work with, but I made do
Mhm.
with what I had.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, you can, there's only so much you can overcome. But I mean, I'm sure technique ultimately wins in that situation.
Yeah.
Um, once you moved on, from college, what other semi-pro teams have you played for previous to the Storm?
Previous to the Storm, I played for the Pioneer Valley Knights back home in
Okay.
Springfield,
Yep.
and then I did a season like last year with the Monadnock Marauders out in
Hmm.
Keene.
Yep.
Uh, and then I got to play 2 games with you guys, and I enjoyed it.
Mm. Yeah, I didn't realize you played on that Knights team. There's quite a few guys that had some time on that team, and they all kind of speak pretty highly about the talent on that team during that time.
Mm.
So, um, now what ultimately brought you to the Storm? How'd you end up here?
Um, well, talking to a lot of like past like members I played against, like Troy Tanner Jr. Like, I played against him in high school.
Hmm.
He played at Agawam, and
Hmm.
then he just told me about it. I was like, hey, why not give it a chance and
Yep.
everything. And Q Sean when he was on the team, he was like, yeah,
Hmm.
he was constantly trying to get me to play.
Yeah.
And then I
Yep.
was like, yeah, I didn't know if I wanted to make that trip all the way to Vermont, but hey, I'm down for it.
No, I mean I'm very appreciative of giving us a chance, because I think in those games that you did play, you impressed a lot of people, including myself. So when the opportunity came, for you to come back, I was really hoping that you ultimately would make the decision to come back, because I feel like you're a pretty big part of what we want to do this year. So I'm pretty grateful for that. Um, during those couple games that you did play, with the team, what were your impressions of the team overall?
Honestly, I felt like we felt like a family. Like the energy never fell off. The 2 games I played, it was just constant like overpowerment of the opponent team's offense. So it's like I just felt like at home. I felt like I fit in a lot
Mhm.
with the scheme, and I just enjoyed it.
No, I kind of agree with that, mostly because it was such a natural fit. You wouldn't have known that you were so new to the team, because you just you slipped right in there and just started making plays. And I was actually really impressed with the guys. As far as welcoming you to the team, and just I mean, they believe in you. They believe in you pretty quickly. So I was actually really impressed with that. So I think that kind of speaks to the character that we have on this team.
Yeah,
Um,
it's like a family. So I
yeah.
like joining teams that are like families because
Mhm.
everybody works as one.
Absolutely. Um, I've been, kind of keeping up with you. I see you've been working out pretty hard this off season. What do you hope that you could bring to the team this year?
Honestly, I'm just hoping to bring some fire and excitement. Honestly, make plays the best way I can, and just help us on the road to a championship.
Hmm. Now, I guess you probably already kind of answered this question, but what would you consider a successful 2021 season?
Honestly, I said road to the championship, and like us all working as a team, and like
Mm-hmm.
never getting down on each other, and like staying as a unit instead of falling apart, especially when times get tough. And I can see that happening with our team, that we can stay together when times do get tough and prevail
Hmm.
in the end.
Yep, that's important. I mean, the other really important thing is like, especially at this level, and you've played long enough to realize this. I mean, early on in the season, you can have those kind of rough patches, but it's really about what you learn from that, and where you take that experience and you build on that. And somewhere around halfway through the season, you actually figure out who you are. So it's really just about being patient and being ready to take the next steps as the next steps are presented. And I think that we have a good bunch. And even if there is some adversity early on, I think we have the right mindset where we can build on it no matter if it's good or bad. So really looking forward to that as far as how that all comes together. Now for you, what has football meant to you in your life?
Honestly, football has like meant a lot. I've never been like the biggest or the strongest, but I've always like pushed myself. And when like coaches, like I said, like you and a couple other teams I played for, like see that like I'm actually like working and
Mm-hmm.
not just lackadaisical, and actually I'm like my heart's all in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just brings joy to me, and then I just like hitting people, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. That's what you're out there for. No question about it.
Yeah.
Um, what should your teammates expect from you, and what do you expect from them as we move towards 2021
Honestly, what
season?
they can expect from me is just coming like right into the season. Well, I know I'm really new to a lot of the my teammates. I'm just gonna go in there and give it my all and just do what I can to help our team out, no matter what it is. Like even if I gotta come over and play offense for a little bit, I'm down
Mm-hmm.
to do that. Or defense and special teams. I'm just here to be a good team player and everything. Whatever I could do to help my team out, I'm willing to do it. And I feel like the same for my other teammates.
Mm-hmm.
We fit in where we need to fit, and that we have each other's back through the end, all the way, no matter what happens. Like at the end of the game, we're all there together as a family,
Mm-hmm.
and just bond our glue and just
Mm-hmm.
be a team.
Absolutely. Last question for you. As we move towards the season, what are you most looking forward to?
Honestly, I'm being part of the team, the organization. I'm looking forward to that, and actually being with a lot of the players, like players I've never played with in high school. Like I said, like Tanner, Troy Tanner Jr. Like I never really played with him in high school. We just played
Mm-hmm.
against each other. I was trying to get him to come to Central, but he was like, "Nah, I'm gonna stay over here and show other coaches that I can be
Mm-hmm.
an athlete with the team that I have." So it's like I get to play with him and then reuniting with teammates like Q-Sean and everybody like that. And who knows, joining teammates that I've never played with before, like
Mm-hmm.
Levante and everything like that, who
Mm-hmm.
are also from Mass and everything. So it's gonna be a great season. I can't wait for it. I've been prepping for it this whole time, honestly.
No, it's time. It's I mean, listen, we're all very thankful that we got a chance to play it all last year, but the fact remains is we didn't get across the finish line, and we still got some unfinished stuff from 2019. So I think as a group, we're pretty hungry to get the job done, and I don't think our time in the field can come soon enough. So I'm right with you on that. So with that, I do want to thank you for taking the time. Hopefully some of the guys out there got a chance to kind of know you a little bit better. Like I said, you did get some experience with the team last year, but there's a lot of new guys that haven't had a chance to meet you yet. So hopefully they got to know you a little bit. And with that, we'll catch up with you soon.
Of course, definitely. I'm glad to be part of the team. Go Storm.
Thanks, man. We'll see you soon.
I'll see you soon, Coach.
See ya.